Hello, everyone. I am Christina Crowley, and thank you for watching Inspiration Morning Live. I am happy to have you here with me today, and I help people who are going after their passion. And in doing that, I feel that most of us are multi-passionate people. And, what I want to talk about today is mindfulness. I'm getting off to a rough start here, but mindfulness. Now, I talked about mindfulness yesterday, and I like to talk about mindfulness in that it's being fully present. It's being aware of where you are, what you're doing, not being reactive, not being overwhelmed for what's going on around us in the moment. It's letting go of what may have happened in the past. It's letting go of what may happen in the future. It's just being now and not judging your thoughts. So if you are reacting to the past or the present, it's just not being judgmental of those thoughts. It's a different type of meditation. Hello, good morning. I want to say thank you for joining me, and give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts. I appreciate it. So in being mindful, I know after my car accident, I became aware of being mindful. It was one of the techniques that was used by a functional neurologist when I went to go see one to help me, get beyond the brain injury I had. But you don't need to have a brain injury to use mindfulness. Mindfulness, I still use it today, even though I am mostly back to the person I used to be before my car accident. I use the mindfulness. My sister Teresa teaches mindfulness. She teaches stress reduction, and I've taken some of these into my own self. And I know that with mindfulness, the biggest thing that I've taken from it is to not judge my thoughts. We all run into stress. We all run into different stressors within our daily life. It's a fact of life. And I like to, when I get too caught up in too many things, whether it be, there's an issue with a client, or, a client needs something, and whether it be good or bad stress, there is a little bit. And then I do take time every morning, whether it be with my cup of coffee or whether it be when I'm out walking, to be mindful, to stay present in the moment, because that does help clear my thoughts. And it does help bring me back to getting centered, getting things straightened out, and writing my list of to-dos for the day, getting present again. And it takes away some of the angst of, I have so much to do. We all have so much to do, whether it's to, our responsibilities, to our boss, to our family, to ourselves, of things we want to do. That's what I talk about in being a multi-passionate person. You may be passionate about your work, your family, the things that are going on in your own life. You may have, personal projects, whether it be, artistic endeavor, whether it be an athletic endeavor, or some sort of other type of thing that you are doing for yourself in your life. That adds a little bit of stress to your life. And taking the moment to be mindful. And I like to talk about doing a mindful meditation. And Teresa talks about mini meditations. And I bring up Teresa because she is my biggest teacher. Hello, good morning. Thank you for being here. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. I appreciate you being here. Mindfulness is helpful in many ways of our life. And it has been around since the 70s. It's nothing woo-woo. There's lots of studies that back up that being mindful, being present, being in the moment is helpful to our everyday life and to our overall health. I know for me, I like to use the mindfulness to take away some of the stressors that are self-imposed and to get me centered so that I can do more. I want to be able to do everything I want to do. I can do anything, but I do say that I can't do everything. But I put everything on a list. And if I get to everything on my list, I'm like, right on, that's a cool thing. Mindfulness helps me do that, in that I I'm in the moment. If I am working on an SEO project for my client, then I'm there. I'm doing the SEO project for my client. If I'm working on one of my books, I am there. I am working on my books. I've been working on, a funnel lately. I do some internet marketing. I've been doing a funnel and building that lately, and it's coming together for me. I tried it a few months ago and nothing clicked for me. It didn't quite come together. And I thought, I'm not going to judge how I feel. I'm going to put it to the side because I can come back to it. And that is a big part of mindfulness, is not judging your thoughts. It was not a kind thought for me to go, I can't get this. I can't do this. I can't. But it was a kind and gentle thought for me to go, okay, I'm going to put it to the side. And I came back to it and I decided I was not going to judge myself. I was not going to say I can't. And I went back to building again. And things started making more sense. I started taking more time with, the different type of help desk they have and the trainings they have. I think, though, getting started with mindfulness is just becoming aware. There's all of the different ways that it can help you, but it's just becoming aware. And that is the important part about getting started. I started becoming aware and getting started with mindfulness when I was doing yoga. It brought me into the moment. And people who, do certain tasks that get them deep, that is a type of a mindfulness. It's just bringing you into that present moment. And I like to do the 5 steps that I talk about, the 5 deep breaths, and then going with the sense on each breath, whether it be sense of smell, hearing, sight, sound, touch, on one of those, and within our senses. And bringing me back into the moment so that I can be mindful. Mindfulness is a type of being in the present. It's a type of being yourself. Now, I think it's brought me into not being reactive. It's brought me into, even though sometimes I am, but in the past, you could just see me change and I would be reactive. But it's also, taught me to just pull my thoughts a little bit. And it helps. It makes me conscious of what I want to do. And change is difficult. Change is hard. And in using it with change, being in the present, being in the moment helps you remember. For me, there are lots of thand I just don't remember. That's why I like lists. I've never met a list that I haven't liked, that I've written. And I do like those because that way I don't forget. And that way I can be in the moment. And I remember I keep my why close to me. What is your why? Bring that to your mindfulness. Is it that you want to change to have less stress? Is it that you want to start trying something new and you want to get beyond that? This is new. I can't do it. Because when we're starting something new, we do have that bit of angst, resistance, telling us we can't. Being mindful may get us past that quicker because, it always starts. Doing something new can always be frustrating. There are very few people that I know, and I envy them, that can start something and they don't get a lot of stress and anxiety. They just go through the process and take it on and can go through it without that resistance, without that angst, without that. A lot of us, experience that. We experience that angst. So in starting something new, mindfulness can bring us back to a calm, peaceful state so that we can be like those people who can go into something new, be present, learn it, master it, and continue to do it, and then go on to the next thing they want to learn. As adults, we things aren't always as simple. So mindfulness helps us with that. Mindful helps us to go into difficult situations and be present and listen. As I said yesterday, we've all been around that person who, when you're talking to them, they're there. They are there for you. You know that they're listening. You know that they're in the moment. You know that they're not thinking of something else, that they're not reacting to what you're saying. I know that yesterday, I had a conversation with someone, and it was hard for me to be present. I was present, but it was hard for me to show that I was present, because I didn't want to show the anxiety that I felt towards that conversation that they were having. I didn't want to show my feelings because I wanted to be there. And we don't always succeed. The next time that kind of a conversation comes around, I'm going to be more mindful, more present for that conversation. Alrighty, so getting started with mindfulness, it's just the acknowledgement of being in the moment, being present and not judging your feelings. Don't judge your feelings. Don't judge your thoughts. Try and choose the kind of positive thoughts that you would want. It brings us back to the kind of, we don't control everything, but it is the kind of moment that we can control ourselves. And it is a muscle we build. There are all kinds of muscles that we build when it comes to mindfulness, but it does help us with our brains. As I told you, I went to the functional neurologist, and them using the mindfulness techniques with me, along with the other types of therapies, really helped me get control back of my brain, get myself back to where I was before the head injury. Being in a car accident sucks. But what they used with the mindfulness worked. And I so appreciated it. And it wasn't until like a year or two ago I went, oh, those are mindfulness tricks. Not tricks. They are very useful therapies. They're very useful ways. Alrighty, enough said. I want to thank you for being here today. And if you would like to hear me talk about something else, or you have some ideas or thoughts on mindfulness, please feel free to put them in the comments. I really do appreciate them. And if you feel that this Facebook Live had some value to you, please feel free to share it. Somebody may want to know more about mindfulness. It may intrigue them more, and they may enjoy this. And I would appreciate, feel free to share it. Be brave and share it, is what my mentors would say. And I agree. So I look forward to seeing you on my next Facebook Live. Alrighty, ta-ta for now.